Hey guys, welcome back to Kal-El Suits 808. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a quick look at the upcoming Superman Action Comics #1 resin statues from McFarlane Toys. Guys, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget, before we go any further, if you just click that like button, I really do appreciate it. It helps out the channel tremendously. And thank you so much. And without further ado, let's get into it. So this is the official video from McFarlane Toys. Enjoy. Now, McFarlane Toys usually do a lot of articulatable, like, plastic figures and stuff, but they've decided to do a polyresin 1/10 scale statue of Superman, which is based on the cover of the artwork of Action Comics #1. Any real Superman fan knows full well what this represents. So it's a limited edition, which is exclusively available on the McFarlanetoystore.com. So this is going to retail for $499 US. That's before shipping, taxes, and all that good stuff. It's a limited edition of 500, and it's to celebrate Superman's 85th anniversary this year. It's 1/10 scale, so it's approximately 17 inches tall. So that's quite tall. That's the from the bottom of the base to the top of the car there. And it pretty faithfully represents Action Comics #1 cover with a couple of minor differences. I'll go into the little differences there. And the estimated ship date is November 2023, so just around the corner. So let's have a look at this guy in closer detail. So first thing that comes to mind is just how beautiful and dynamic that pose is, where he's kind of like racing forward with that car, one knee bent, and holding that classic car in that super iconic pose there, which we all know and love. He just looks so dynamic and it looks effortless to him, which of course it would be. His muscularity just looks so powerful and fantastic. I love the balancing on this thing, the way the car's propped up on that rock, being all smashed up, and then obviously the balancing because he's only got one foot planted on the ground on the other side of the car, so it's kind of balanced between those 2 points. Looks beautifully laid out here. It's almost like that image was purely drawn just to create a perfectly balanced statue. This looks fantastic. That flow of his cape just straight backward there just looks awesome. It looks great from any angle. Even the license plate on the vehicle, the underside of the vehicle, which they've created, obviously they had to imagine that, what it would look like. The smashed window there on the car, one of the wheels is fallen off there. The base is an S shield with the Action Comics 10 cents thing there, #1. Logo along the top flat side of the S shield with the point towards the back of the statue. This is looking freaking amazing. Like, oh god, can you imagine if this was in quarter scale? This would be like, everyone would just be wet in the pants over this. But it's a 1/10 scale. Well, that means it's more affordable though. So I'm probably going to be getting this, guys. This is a beautiful representation of Superman. Not completely accurate to the comic cover. There are a couple of very minor differences, but I actually like the differences that have been incorporated here. And I apologize, you're going to think I'm retarded for pointing these out, but I have to if we're doing a comparison. So I'm sorry. The first thing is the boots. If you look on the picture to the left, the original comic cover, the boots are significantly shorter than the statue. But I like that difference. I don't think that the short boots look that great. And even though it's not completely comic accurate, I prefer them up towards his knees. So that's not a criticism at all. Just I have to point out the difference, guys. And then there's just a couple of super minor differences with the car. Like you can see that the front door on the side of the car there doesn't have a handle on the statue, whereas it does on the cover. Don't know why they chose to not put a handle on that. And then there's obviously one of the headlights has flown off on the comic, and it hasn't on the statue. That is ridiculously retarded nitpicking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's not a criticism. I'm not criticizing it at all. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful piece. I'm very excited about it. I'll allow McFarlane Toys a bit of artistic license on the car and on Superman's boots. Overall, it's a really powerful, dynamic pose. The flow of the cape, the movement, the storytelling, the statue, portrays. And I know this won't appeal to a lot of the collectors because some people seem to be obsessed with size. It's got to be like 3rd scale or bigger these days. I don't really get that, but this is Superman lifting up a car. 3rd scale would be, well, ridiculous. So I love this. I think it's perfect. It's a relatively affordable Superman statue, and it represents his first appearance in comics, Action Comics #1. And what more do you want? This is like, it's an amazing piece. I'm so excited about it. But guys, what do you think? Comment below. Are you going to be getting this? Are you excited about it? What do you think? And guys, as usual, if you enjoy content like this, do us a favor. If you haven't already, click that like button. I really do appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. And also, if you like content like this and you are not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Subscribe, it's free. Why not? Then you don't miss out on any future stuff. And with that said, guys, thanks a lot. I'll catch you in the next video.